I'm sorry, just skip it. So the problem is, yeah, I think you heard that. So this is the demo, and if you want to go refer this content and go to the getstarted.sh, and then go to this bulletproof next, and you have all the links, and you can click here and go to the content. Right, about the demo. So basically this is a simple blog application. I can click some links, and yeah, it's pretty standard. And I can check the let's see, page source. It's a simply like a static page, so you can see the HTML here. Right, then let's close this. And the interesting thing is the data source for this blog post is coming from a GitHub repository, and yeah, and it's a simple markdown file. There's no build process here in this repository, just the file. So basically we use the GitHub repository as a data source. Right, this is the file, and then what I can do is I can simply yeah, edit this one. Let's add some emojis, why not? Right, just, and then I'm going to commit it, and then I come back to my page, and you can see it automatically updates. There's no like server-side rendering or anything, just static pages. I can show you the content. You can see, yeah, it's here. So this is the incremental building support in the Next.js, and you don't need any support from a hosting provider. It's baked into the framework. I'm going to show you how to do all these things today. Right, then let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna close this one, and I'm gonna open my another browser, because I'll show you the reason why I'm doing this in a moment. Right, let's start it. So basically I need a repository to start with, a start repository. I have it here, and I already cloned it locally, and let's run it. Yeah, this is the blog post, this is the repository, and I'm gonna run yarn dev. That's all you had to do. Right, okay, and let's go to the browser, port 3009. Okay, which one is this? Okay, localhost 2009, and yeah, I can simple blog application. So this is the start app. Then we are gonna add some changes to this one and try to make it as the end result. So let's see the source code, how it looks like. We have a page, you know, like it's pretty standard Next.js application page. You have a home component, a page component, and I'm getting a post list as an array. This is a prop. Then I'm going through that array, and then I'm trying to render that on the home screen. So we have the time and title and a link. And if you look at the this get static props, so this is how you create a static application in Next.js. You basically create some data, post list or something you will want, and then you send it as a props. Then I can grab it from here. And if you're familiar with Next.js before few release ago, so they have like get initial props, but now we are suggesting to use get static props and get server side props. I'll tell you the difference in a moment. Basically you have to use those two, get static props or get server side prop. So yeah, that's it. Right, this is how we're gonna render the let's say home page, this one. And then if you go to the post view, we have a slug here. You can see we have date component, date part, and then the title. And if you go to the post, we have a Next.js dynamic route here. We have a post which render the time and the title and the content. And we have something called get, same as earlier, get static props. But here we get the slug coming as a parameter. So basically this slug is a parameter. Here we use dynamic routing, file system based dynamic routing. We get the year, month, and day, and created at time, and then we create a title, and so this is we are sending it to the page, and it will render. So here is just fake because there's no content. We simply get the slug, and that's it. Right. This is how we render this page. Okay, now what we're trying to do in this step is we have a data directory here. So here we have some markdown files. So we're gonna use these files to render this blog post. So let's do it. So first, next thing what I had to do is, because I just forgot it. Right. So basically in the home page, we have to like import the file system, Node.js FS module. So let's do it. Go to index page, paste it here. Great. And then I need to like what I had to do. I need to get this version of get static props. I'll show you what it does. First, just copy that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna replace this whole thing with a new one. So I'm going to show you what it does. Basically, we read the data directory, which is located here. You can see these two files. And then what I'm trying to do is I get the files and I'll go through those files and create the post list array. So because we get the file name, you know, same thing, like from the file name we get the created time and the title, yeah, and we send it to the post list. So it's pretty standard. So let's go to the browser and see how it looks like. Right, this is the home page. Yeah, you can see now we have two blog posts. They're coming from the from this file system. Yeah, what we can do right now. Okay, so it's pretty standard. So yeah, simple task. So let's see. Right, then what I try to do is actually let's go to this page, click some page. Right, so here we go to a page. We don't have the content because we haven't added code to this step. So let's do it. For that one, yeah, let's go to another step because there are some questions you have to answer. I'll skip that for right now. So right, what you can do is, okay, all right, now I'm gonna edit the post page just like the earlier. We have this one. We have a get static props and get static paths here. I'm just focused on this one right now. All right. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. Right. So if you look at it, it's pretty simple. I need one more thing too. I need to copy this one as well. Right. So basically, yeah. So I got the slug, and from the slug I created time and title. But unlike the previous step, we get the actual file from the file system as well. You can see, yeah, pretty standard next Node.js things. Promise, read file. Yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna pass all this content to these pages. Interesting. All right. So let's do something. Right. Then I can, yeah. So it's coming from the markdown file. I can show you. So this is the hello world one. I can add something. Yeah, should work. Hopefully. Right here. So it's not like we cannot actually see the changes I do because I edit something on the file, but I cannot see that from the browser because Next.js does not like watch the file system. So I have to like file system on this data directory. I have to reload the page, so then I can see those content. It's not formatted, of course. Right. So then let's do something a little bit more. So let's try to do. So let's close the dev server. I'm going to build this application. All right, done. And I'm run yarn start. Okay. And then I'm going to run this application and it will work for sure. Now we are running at the complete static application. It's already built. And okay, this one. So let's try to edit this page back to the normal state. I'm just going to remove all these extra like emojis. Right, then I'm going to remove those things. and then I'm going to reload this page, but still it's the same. The reason is, now earlier we are running the dev server, and then when we are running the dev server, if we change the file, then it will actually re-render the page and give it us. But in this case, we already built the app, so even though we change the actual file, it's not going to change anything because we already built the app. But this is the normal static applications, but now we are trying to change it, and we can add dynamic behavior to that one. Yeah, that's what we do in next few minutes. All right. So I can show you, if you try, let's say if you try to, like, you can start building again, and then what we're going to do, right? Yeah, I can start it again, and yeah, it started already. Yeah, I can see this content is gone. So every time you need to, like, push some change, you have to rechange the rebuild the application. That's the pain we face with the static applications. Let's fix that. Right. So this step is fine. So let's see what we. Right. Okay. Right. There's one more little thing we have to do. So here we have the. So if you look at it, so I can show you some interesting thing. In this one. Right. So I know this is gonna work. Yeah, there's a little thing I need to mention. Anyway, so there's one more thing. This is the problem with live coding. I forgot that some step. So basically, we have some get static paths. Here we have to, like, give the actual paths. When you are building locally, we have to give some paths here. Basically, this is the slug. We are reading here this slug. So we have to give this slug here, like it's like a kind of array. So we have to dynamically give that when we are building. So we can actually read the file system and put it here. So I have a code for this. So I can grab this one. And paste it here. And then I need to run this application, and it will get all the files. Now it will build all the files on the disk. So if you look at here, earlier it will only build one static page, but now if I build it again, you can see now there's two files. The reason why it worked is pretty interesting. I think it's a next bug in Next.js. I'm gonna create a issue and then discuss about that. Details are a little beyond the scope of this tutorial. We can discuss later. Right. All right. Now it's fine. Now we have a basic, markdown application, and it's pretty standard. This is how you build it from using any framework, and it's pretty easy. So what I'm trying to do is now something really interesting. Now I'm gonna use. So what other thing? Right. Okay. We can talk about later on. Now I'm going to do something interesting. I'm gonna trying to use GitHub as a data source, and so we can play around with and try to do very interesting things. Right. So what I'm doing is, so let's get the application start app. So this is the same thing we built, but there's a little bit changes. I'm gonna check out this version. All right. Okay. I'm gonna paste one. Right, now we have a start app, so we can use. It's the same step we did earlier, but there's a little change. I'm gonna show you what is it. All right, so that's it. All right. So what we're gonna do is, so to go to the next step. So now we have we need to go to the GitHub and create a personal access token. Now, so I told you earlier, now we are going to use GitHub as a data source. So basically we are interacting with GitHub. So we need a token. So I'm going to create one. So I can go to GitHub settings page from here. So that's why I'm using a different browser here, because I cannot use my actual GitHub account for this one, because so I'm leaking my access token, and it's internet, we can do crazy things. I trust you guys. But anyway, here, so this is my test account. We can do anything with this token. Right here, I'm gonna create a token. So it should have a repo access, because I need to read and write. but right now I'm just reading, but you know, like it's up to you. Just this one, right? Let's say test one. Okay, right. So I have a token. Copy that one. I have to click this, and then I need to like create a file called .nv.local. So let's do that. Go to my code and create a new file called .nv.local. So basically, this is how you use. Like it should be on the. Yeah, I should on the like home page or something. Right? Are we good? No, I'm pretty bad with this thing. Right. So let's create this from here. nv.local, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type this. I have GitHub path. So GitHub private access token. All right. From VI. Okay. And I'm gonna paste the one I just paste. Yeah, this is the actual token, and I'm gonna save it. Right. Okay. Yeah, now we have that one. Cool. Yeah, that's done, because now I have access to the GitHub and I can talk to it as a database. So there's a little more thing I have to do. All right, go to the next step. Right. So basically now I need to create a data directory in GitHub. So let's, yeah, this is the data directory. Basically it's simple repository with some data. So some markdown files. The easiest way to do this, I'm gonna fork it. Fork to my this like testing GitHub repository. All right, I think it's done. Yeah, now this is my data directory. I have a clone version. Cool. Right, what's the next step? All right, now I need to like install some package which actually handle the like talking to GitHub and other stuff. Right, so this is called Git Cms, because I'm planning to like add support to other Git platforms as well, like GitLab and so on. Right, so I'm gonna install it. I'm using Yarn. Yeah, so because I have like a pretty not bad, but like average internet connection, so I found it really slow to use npm. I don't know, still. All right, good. Now I have that rep in. Well, right, that's cool. Then I'm gonna create a file called lib github cms.js. Right, I'm gonna copy this name. Cool. So let's create. I'm gonna create from here. I don't really. Yeah, I'm really sorry to use the command line because I don't know how. I don't know. It didn't work with VS Code. Yeah. Yeah. Lib. Yeah. Good. All right, and I'm gonna do some like. All right, then I'm going to go to the. Yeah, now we have it. So I'm gonna copy this content. Yeah, what I'm doing, I don't know. Okay. Right, now I need to like give some information here. So GitHub CMS, and I need to give the own account. Should be, I don't know, the local. So this is the my organization name. What else? Yeah, I need to have a repository name as well. Really sorry. Okay. What I'm doing. All right, this nice. And then if you look at it now, I'm getting the GitHub path. So this is coming from this NV file. So this is how you do things in locally. So you put some environment variable, and you can get it from here. But this only work for the server-side code only. In Next.js, you have some places you can write server-side code and client-side code. If you're using client-side code, it's different. You need to like prefix with next underscore public or something. Something like that. Yeah, I see some comments. Interesting. So here we are only focusing on the server-side code because I don't want to leak this into the client side. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so this is it. So I have it, right? I'm going to save it. Interesting. Okay. All right. That's it. So go to the Okay, browser. What's the next step? All right, I need to import this from the index page, my index file. Right, then I had to remove this fs part because I don't need it, because I'm not talking to a file system right now after this change. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one. Thanks. Okay, and then we have the CMS. Boo, boo, boo. All right, this one. So I'm gonna replace get static props with get server side props. So that's interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now this is not anymore a static application. Now this is a server side rendered application. Every time you do something, you load the page, we actually run the page, run the command on the server and get something. Yeah, you could do anything and render. Here we get the post list from GitHub, actually from that data directory, and like earlier we just put it, and yeah, they can render it. I hope this works. Yeah, I should. I tried before. Like, let's see. Right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, it's reloading. Oh, it's worked. Right. Basically, now I have like a server rendered application. I'm getting the data from GitHub. So let's try to change it. So this is the directory. So I can change the name, of course. All right. How can I rename? I think here. Okay. Hello world. Let's say 2222. All right, this one. I'm gonna save it. Think the next time I just rerun the page, yeah, it should get it, because we are just talking to GitHub as a file system, fetch data and get it. Cool. So yeah, that's it. But still, this is not interesting because this is server-side rendering. We need static application, but that's the next thing I'm going to show you. All right. There are some questions to like, yeah, I don't know. We don't need to do that here. Now I need to fetch the blog post as well. What I'm trying to do is pretty interesting. I'm going to, not interesting and same thing. Go to the, yeah, this one, this page, and I'm going to copy this. Right. That's it. What else do we have? Yeah, and I have like yeah, this page, because I need to get the post and render it. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the file system because I don't need that. Right now I don't need this get static path as well, because if you're doing server side rendering, yeah, you don't need it. Who needs it? Right. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, now let's render it. So I can do it. Yeah, I'm getting data from the GitHub. So basically here, I don't need to like, so I can change it for sure, but yeah, let's do it anyway. Why not? All right, I can change the content. Yeah, it's available here. But interesting thing is how we can do this with the static application. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So for this one, I don't have any lessons planned, so I had to do it, yeah, live. Interesting. Let's do it. Right, first thing first. All right, so what we're gonna do is go to the index page. So I'm gonna change this to, so if you have any question like here, just ping me, because I didn't have time to like check the questions. Let's see one. All right. Okay, interesting. All right, cool. All good. Right. Then this is interesting. I'm gonna change this to get static props. All right. Okay, get static props. That's one thing, because all right, I can do that one. So then it will work for sure. It will fetch the file and go. Here I'm going to show you something interesting. I'm going to show you something called unstable revalidate to, let's say, to 1 second. So here this is very interesting feature. So basically here what we do, asking GitHub actually, so I'll show you, why not. So if you're running a normal static application, it won't rerun. Actually, you have to like rebuild the page to get the newer version, but here it's not. Let me show you. Right, what I can do is I'm gonna run this application. I'm building it like as a normal, because I don't want to like I want to show you the like how it works in actual environment. And start. So now I build the application I'm running. This is not the dev server. and it's not server-side rendering, you know, like we use get static props. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go to the home page of my application, and you know, like it's pretty instant because I built the app locally and it worked. So now I'm gonna change this name because I don't like this 2222. All right, so I'm gonna, yeah, I think this is how we do it. Rename the, click rename, and I'm gonna remove this extra letters, and let's save it. Nice. Then I'm gonna reload this page 2 times. I'll tell you why. First time I reload it, nothing happens. It's the same thing. And then next time I reload it, I got the change. If you missed it, I'm gonna show it again. Like it's pretty interesting to see. It's a very interesting feature, how Next.js incremental build system work. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay, now we have 1 here, and then just look at it here, and I'm gonna refresh this page 2 times. First time, nothing happens. Second time, it gets a change. And I'm going to show you how it works. So before that, let me open some, I don't know, the .me. I need to show you some like graph or a chart. Right, which is, I think is, yeah, it's this one. So this is how it works. Basically, in the first time, so you have the static application, and then when you change you change the data source. In this case, the GitHub, and then I'm asking Next.js to reload the page. And then what's Next.js does is actually it will give me like an old copy. Yeah. There's a question called I haven't seen unstable revalidate in the docs. Yeah, I think that's true, because this is I think this is quite popular, and there was like blog post about and how this works. And the reason why you see unstable, because this is kind of like a beta or beta feature. Yeah, but this is quite stable, even though it's called unstable. I think yeah, it's called revalidate at the end. Yeah, I think yeah, I haven't seen as well. So that's why it's kind of beta feature. All right, let's go back to the topic. This is how it works. So basically, we ask the Next.js to build it, and then Next.js give me the old copy, the cache version, and then it will, behind the scene, it will rebuild the page. It will ask the data from GitHub and rebuild the page and give it to me. And when I reload the page again, then I'll get the newer copy. The reason is even though we try to like rebuild something, and users are not blocked, so they will get something from the Next.js, and they call it this is like a SWR, stale while revalidate. So there's a HTTP header, so that's how it works. So basically HTTP spec, and then that's how this feature is modeled. It's not the SWR, the client-side package. It's confusing anyway. Right, and if you look at it, this unstable revalidates, what's the meaning of this feature? And basically, this is a kind of like a cache timeout. Basically, right now I put 1 second. So basically, this cached version is only available for a single second. Like let's put this is a 10 second. So even though I change the backend data source, and it will take up to like maximum like minimum up to 10 seconds to get the change. You understand? Right, that's how it is. So I mean, like, it's up to you. Like, let's say your homepage is like keep changing a lot, then you can put this around 10 seconds, maybe 1 second. But if you have yeah, it doesn't change much, you could put some maybe 5 minutes, 1 day, I don't know, anything. So it's like a cached copy. And yeah, I think this is it. This is how you do yeah, this is how you do things. And it's pretty cool. I know it's pretty cool. I know, like, so here I had to do like a little more things, because I need to go through the post slug, and I need to change this content as well. And of course it's pretty easy to do.